basically, I like Jill's like in Mender. That's like fucking great.
That's awesome.
Riff, if Coughlin tells you that you have to play Final Fantasy X, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna fucking drug him and give him the palace. Do you dare fucking tell him that? Do you dare fucking get him to make me do that game? Fuck you.
What?
I'll give you the palace.
I'm not doing anything.
I'll get you eat up Palace's ass.
Riff, I was just simply asking because Coughlin is an asshole to you. And
He doesn't know about that.
He would ask. He doesn't know about Final Fantasy X?
He doesn't know a lot about video games, so thankfully he doesn't know the ones I hate unless he hears me mention them.
Well, what other games do you hate?
10, 8, 13.
You know, a lot of the YouTube vloggers, at least like TJ and TJ, they really aren't gamers. I don't think they ever really were.
They're not. I mean, like, now TJ's kind of starting it because he wants to make an easy buck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think TJ actually had a negative opinion of gamers at once.
He did. He used to hate them when I talked to him like a year ago. He used to like make fun of me and bitch at me whenever I said like I was gaming or something, and now he's like, I like video games because I don't get me views.
I'm Brett King. What? I mean, yeah, I'm Brett King. So, because I remember he said that like gamers were just like these fat like losers who played Call of Duty all day and drank Monster Energy drinks.
And the funny thing is, like, fucking TJ's a fat loser, so who is he to talk to?
I mean, seriously, it's like I don't even know where he got his like why he hates gamers so much. He even got pissed off when he found out that sometimes a lot of people who watch long videos will like he have the game going in the background and like play something or do something else.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's like, yeah, I do that shit. And it's not because I dislike what I'm seeing on screen. It's because I like listening to something while I do other shit. That's why I have your Let's Plays. I have them on in the background while I'm doing shit. Because I enjoy listening to you.
Hooray!
Like, where the fuck is there? Here we go. Matt, where the fuck have you been?
I'm on Do Not Disturb, and fuck you, I'm hot.
Oh man, I have to interrupt. Sorry, I have to say one thing. I wish you could add this to your Michael Tackett video.
What's that?
Quote, Jessica Alba removed me from her page when I was just trying to get donations and such. Wow, how sad.
I'm gonna edit, I can add that in. I can just...
Or are you gonna start a link to it? But see, I don't want to see the Michael Tackett videos. I really want to watch it.
Alright.
Okay, you know what? We got Kaylance, Rob, and Darth. You want to be in it?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay. We got as many people, because I really just want Rob and Kaylance. Because you two are merciless.
A little bit, yeah, I like to think.
Oh, thanks, Napalm.
I'm sorry, but you're in the presence of fucking gods here, Darth.
It's awesome.
So when are we recording now?
We're recording now, actually, because I thought you were gonna come in, so I just kind of recorded this.
Hi everyone. We're here at on Matt's channel. I'm going to be introducing this. Basically, Matt is doing a video talking about how much he loves Michael Tackett.
Yeah.
Fuck you, no.
He is the head of the Michael Tackett fan club.
He even wears diapers that are approved by Michael Tackett.
He wants to be just like Michael Tackett. And because he too wants to live in a room with a bunk bed with TV's Frank. Or he looks like TV's Frank. Because living the actual TV's Frank would probably be pretty cool. But yeah, actually, Matt, why don't you actually say why we're here?
Okay, I'm back. I got a soda. Fuck you, Rob, firstly. And secondly, I don't want this edited because this is going on my channel after all.
Okay.
Hell yes, no editing.
No editing.
So we can't be saying any of the secret shit we do in Hate Club, okay?
Okay. Can I make fun of somebody?
Yeah. I don't care.
Shit, I need somebody to make fun of. I'll make fun of...
Just throw that out there without having it...
What?
Like, can I make fun of somebody? Yes.
Wait,
I have nobody.
Before we start, one thing I need to say right now, okay? Coughlin is a cunt.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
James, James Pope is a faggot and Coughlin is a cunt. There we go.
Okay. So I already got. We're gonna do a little game here. So I'm doing my top 10 favorite and least favorite high class gamings, because high class gaming has become the first thing I've ever done to have 100 videos. I don't want to call it a video series, because that legitimizes it way too much than it should be.
How about we call it an extended diatribe in 100+ parts?
Good. I like that. So so we all know, right off the bat, Tower Toppler is going to be on the worst list.
Yes.
So I'm getting people's predictions as to where it's going to be. So in the comments, don't put it right away, but remember it in your head where you think Tower Toppler is going to be, and then when you actually find out where it is, then put down a comment. So I already got Rob and Kalen's. Rob, you had 7. Kalen's had 6. What do you have?
We had 5. Kalen's had 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, Kalen's had 5. I think Sammy had 6, but Sammy's off, I don't know, whatever the hell he does.
Yeah, fuck Sammy.
Yeah.
Unless somebody comes in, which they can, because, I don't care. But Darth, what do you have? Where do you think Tower Toppler will fall in the list of fucking shit I hate?
It's a top 10 list?
Yes.
Probably 10, maybe 8. It's going to be one of the lower ones.
You gotta pick one.
I'll pick 8.
Okay. So, I'm gonna start with the good ones. Because, nobody wants to hear me talk about shit I like. That's
I do.
I do. I'm actually interested in what it is that you do like.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first off, since I have a few cheats in my worst list, I decided to include a cheat in my best list with an honorable mention. Chrono Trigger.
Good.
Because it was a joke. It's clear. I paid for that joke horribly by the loss of my beard.
And I think we learned something important, though, from that playthrough. Because those of you who aren't in Hate Club, which is most of you, because we all hate you, hence the name Hate Club, and you're not cool enough to hang out with such, luminaries as myself, Kalens,
there we go.
Darth Vader, and Matt, all of us who are in the call. We learned that Skep actually hates Chrono Trigger because he's from Boston, and people from Boston, I probably shouldn't make that joke right now, but I'll do it anyways. People from Boston are retarded, apparently, at least if they're Skep and they hate Chrono Trigger.
Yes, I agree with that statement.
So, I think I can speak for everyone here when we say we should give a big thumbs down to Skep.
Thumbs all the way down.
And yeah, the Chowda King is what he will be dubbed, the Chowda King who hates Chrono Trigger because he was dropped on the head repeatedly, and thus he hates good games. Which is why his favorite game is Aliens Colonial Marines, and you can quote me on that, and you should all go comment about that to him.
Why do you like Colonial Marines, Skep? Also, he loves Fringe Elements.
Yes.
I'll tell you why, I like, Colonial Marines,
Fringe
clam chowder,
He also loves Fringe Elements.
Yes.
My Boston accent is horrible.
Yeah.
He also
Right,
likes
so
Darth
what's his
Vader,
actual
don't forget
list?
that.
So, okay, on the actual list, the first one is, and this is kind of a weird one, International Karate on the Commodore 64. I like this game, even though I have no idea how to fucking properly play it. There's just something fucking hypnotic about, the primitive graphics and the little bleepity bloop music and noises and shit. And every time you actually do pull off a move, you're like, yeah! I like that game. I like it. So not everything on the Commodore 64 is a big steaming hunk of shit that should be rightfully forgotten by time.
Wait, is this number 10 or number 1?
This is 10.
Okay, so we're going, okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah. So that's why it's 10 because, I don't properly know how to play it. So I'm I can't, put it ahead of games that I've actually beaten numerous times,
Would you recommend this game to a friend to purchase
Yes,
on the virtual console?
And it's $5. I mean, it's $5, so it's probably a little expensive. But yeah, I would.
Packet.
Yeah, I'd say give it a buy. Even though, the controls are kind of gimped because you're not using a joystick. So, number 9 is Muscle March. I fucking love this game. I'll say it. It's weird. And it's not the creepy kind of weird that Choin Anki ventures into. It's just like, hey man, this dude stole our protein. We gotta bust through some walls and there's some wacky shit going on. And it's pretty simple to play it. And I like it. And it's low because I haven't played it too much, but I'm gonna revisit this later.
Choi Anki?
Not Choin Anki, Muscle March.
Okay.
The game with the bodybuilders who fucking run through walls because the dude stole their protein. It's always about fucking protein in these games. In these weird homoerotic Japanese games. Always about fucking protein.
Because protein is the drink of men.
They should just come out and be like, come.
Come?
Yeah, the ninja stole our cum, and the aliens want cum. That's like, they should just cut out, like, all the fucking pretense and be like, look, we already know this shit's gay. Like, come on, like.
It's just about cum.
Yeah, it's cum. That's all they want, is cum.
Come on!
It should be Cum March. But I like this game nevertheless.
So wait, I have a question for you, Matt.
Yes.
So you brought up, of course, the subject of cum. So
Yeah.
are you saying that this is a game that someone like Petty Officer Snowball, you had me at Hayek. You should all go subscribe to him, probably.
Yeah.
CJ, who's a traitor and moved away. So this is a game that he would like in his mouth.
Oh yes, he would love it. He would definitely play the American boxer guy who wears a football helmet for no reason. 'Cause he's all American.
So CJ endorses cum, basically.
Pretty much.
Alright.
Indeed.
This is an endorsement by, You Had Me at Hayek. He loves semen, lots of it, preferably in his mouth.
So.
Yep.
Let's see, what am I? 8. 8 is Castle Crashers.
I think, is this a game, I don't think I played it when I visited you at your house, but I think I saw you play it. Is that the game where you have these weird kind of like super deformed sort of character and you're running around beating things up on the screen?
Yeah.
It's basically super deformed Knights of the Round meets Golden Axe.
I think Matt calls them water babies when he says they look like water babies.
They look like water babies. Babies who have like, back in the olden days, they'd be like, he has water on the brain, when it really he has like a lot of spinal fluid and their fucking heads are all deformed and shit. It's like, that's what these things look like. It's a fun game, but the reason it's low is...
It's repetitive?
It gets really repetitive, and there are parts where it's like, this is clearly a multiplayer game. Because, like, when you're doing one player, you should not have to do that volleyball shit against 4 people. That's completely unfucking fair. I hated that fucking part in that. I was actually considering skipping that level altogether. Because I was like, I don't want to do the volleyball shit, because it fucking takes goddamn forever to do it. But overall, it's really fun. It's a good beat 'em up. And I'm a sucker for good beat 'em ups. So anyways. Anybody else?
No, just because I haven't played a lot of these games. But I have at least seen Castle Crashers played, and I was doing something else at the time, so I didn't play it, but it did look fun. It looked like a game that's fun. And isn't it multiplayer too?
Yeah, it is.
So
like
if it's a party game, that could be...
I'll say this, though. If you have an Xbox, get it on the Xbox, because there's more DLC for it on the Xbox.
Yes. Yay.
Sorry. I was taking a swig of soda.
Oh, I'm sure that's what you were doing. I think you were doing something else.
No, like if I was... Look, I'll fucking do that shit right now. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that on fucking mic, because I'm obnoxious.
Sorry about that, I'm back. What did Matt do that was disgusting?
Matt endorsed the Holocaust, like Gary, except he admits that it happens, unlike Gary.
Ah.
Yeah, like, you know what?
An oven for every Jew and a Jew for every oven.
Exactly. So the next one.
Just like my friend Kuka.
It is Mini Squadron.
The hell is that?
That's that little playing game I play.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not the best game out there, but it's a really fun game to just like kind of sit and play for a while and zone out.
I like how your favorite games are like these like ultra niche, like old ass games no one's ever heard of.
Well, fuck you. This is like my top 10, Kalence. I am an auteur.
He said he liked it, and he thinks basically he's saying you're kind of like you're basically, you know, how like most basically, for those of you who know nothing about video games, which is most of you because you're all stupid, basically yes. What they're saying is like Matt, what Kalence is saying is essentially like, oh, isn't it great that Matt's like favorite movies are like Citizen Kane, you know, and all of these great movies instead of, you know, I don't know, fucking MILF Hunter or something. I don't know. Is that a movie?
MILF Hunter? What about Half Baked?
Yeah, like Half Baked, because that's
okay. I'm sorry. I'm used to being attacked. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna get attacked when I get into my worst list because there's gonna be some weird things in there.
Like it's not like these like ultra AAA games. Like, well, it's
you know, it's funny. I can't even argue with that because the next game is Do Re Mi Fantasy Milon's Heart Pounding Great Adventure.
I don't even know what the hell that is. Is that a game or is that like a sentence?
Okay, are you guys familiar with Milon's Secret Castle on the NES?
Okay, no. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything about... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I am familiar with that game.
Okay.
This was the Super Nintendo sequel, but Nintendo America didn't bring it over because they said it was crap, but this is I'm not joking, this is probably one of the best fucking platformers on the Super Nintendo. It's an import-only game on the Virtual Console, and I honestly, if you have a Nintendo Wii or a Wii U and you have access to the Virtual Console, get this fucking game.
What is this game? Okay, Do Re Mi?
Yeah, Do Re Mi Fantasy, that's what it's, and then it's like got Japanese stuff, and then like the Japanese stuff, because like, you know, Japanese fucking packs a lot of fucking information and a little bit of fucking words.
Like, I can't even really say anything, considering like most of the fucking games I like are like these ultra fucking obscure ass Japanese visual novels and shit that no one's ever heard of.
But yeah, this is, like, there is one problem with this game. It has a difficulty curve that is a 90-degree angle. Like, the first 5 worlds are relatively easy, and then you get to the 5th world boss, and it's just like, fuck. How do I do that? How do I beat this? It's a great game. I love it.
Okay, we need to link to some of these like random games you're talking about, Matt.
I will when I do my video. I'm going to provide links for all the videos I talk about.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be an asshole, okay? I'm gonna talk about these games. You gotta go look for them.
Matt.
Yes.
Matt. Remember that South Park episode with like the curse words, where it's actually like they're like the words of curse, and like, you know, when they swear and the shit up, you know, where they had like the counter for every time someone said shit.
Yes.
Do you have it? Like, I just picture like, you know, like you telling them they have to find it, like where like they're talking to like that guy, like the bellhop at the Excalibur Hotel in Las Vegas or something, and all of a sudden they start talking about the words of curse, and like his voice changes into some like like medieval Cockney accent. You know, like like all of a sudden he's like, you seek the wizard. I picture you just like being like, if these games you must play, ye must fight the dragon in the dungeon to even find.
You seek me video about the Do-Re-Mi fantasy.
And it turns out
you must defeat the 3 crones of Azrinact, and then steal their crystal eye, and feed it to the dragon of Nagaroth.
And it turns out the dragon is like TJ and like a fog with a banana shoved up his ass.
That's fucked up, Caleb. 5. We're entering my top 5 now. This is where I really, like, there are a lot of, like, kind of like, should I include this or that? So this is like the first one. This could have easily been Street Fighter 2, but in the end, I went Samurai Showdown 2.
I like Samurai Showdown.
I do too. And Samurai Showdown 2 is the best in the series. It's great. It's fast paced. It's fucking, the characters are really varied and shit.
You know,
it's such a great fucking, it's fucking goddamn beautiful.
You know, games were made after, like, the NES and Super NES era, right?
Yeah. And you know what? Fuck you, Caelitz. Fuck you, Mini Squadron, Castle Crasher, and Muscle March were made. Fuck you, you fucking dicks. You like one of the greatest fighting games ever made.
I like Samurai Showdown.
Plus, Caelitz, this is only a list of the things I've played thus far on High Class Gaming.
Okay. Alright.
You're a donk.
What?
You're a donk. You're ridiculous.
A little bit.
Hey, old man Caelitz, that's a little bit of new slang we kids use on the street for donk.
Donk?
Maybe if you get out of your grave, old man, you can hear us better.
You know I'm like the same age as you, right? I'm your age! What are you talking about? Like, you, Rob, and I are like the same ages.
Well, you know what? I was born in December, so fuck you. Fuck you, old man. Those months, those precious few little months of life you had before me.
Hey, Matt.
No. Yes, Rob. Hi.
What are we even doing now? What number are we on?
We're on 4, which Caelitz is gonna have a fucking problem with it. Super Mario Kart. Go ahead, Caelitz.
Matt, I'm just saying, like...
No, like, seriously. This could have easily been Super Mario Kart 64. I just like fucking Super Mario Kart better. If for nothing else, it's not as cheap as the later ones.
How is Super Mario Kart 64 cheap?
The fucking blue turtle shell!
Blue shell.
The blue shell fucking punishes skill. That is like, to me that is like, and honestly, I could have honestly put this game lower, but like, and it was hard, cause like, Super Mario 64 does have better tracks. And the battle mode is better. But like, I just think the controls are a little bit better here, and the items are a lot more fair and balanced. So yeah, like Super Mario Kart. Oh, you're speechless, Caelitz? You don't want to rip into me?
You know what? I don't want to rip into you because I can't really think of anything.
No, I got something to say.
All right, go ahead.
You can say. The reason why Caelitz, and just, you'll agree with this, Caelitz. Matt, the reason why Caelitz has nothing to say is because the fact that you like Mario Kart is punishment enough.
Yes, I agree with that statement. Yes.
Rob. Mario Kart is
I know,
awesome.
I like Mario Kart. I'm just helping Kalen's out. And it's,
Yeah, he is, because, like, I
I
can't think
am
of
a
anything.
ponage mercenary.
I can't think of anything to attack you about, that's why.
Again, Kalen's is going to make fun of me for this. Metal Slug 3.
Why would you even play Metal Slug? I mean, I'm just saying.
You! Metal Slug is awesome! There's something
Kalen?
really cathartic about just running through an army of cartoon pseudo-Nazis and just fucking knifing them to death and shooting them and shit. It's just really fun. It's a beautiful game. And this game out of the series is the best by far because, like, they have a varied variety of enemies and weapons and fucking metal slugs you can get into.
Matt,
Like,
basically, Matt still lives in the era of Final Fight. Is that it? Is that it, Matt?
Fuck you, Kalen's.
I remember when if you talk to a gamer and you said FF, they would have to clarify whether you meant Final Fight or Final Fantasy. That was a much simpler time. Well, actually, it's a more complicated time in that respect, but it's a much simpler time in general, other than that.
I have to defend Napalm on this. Metal Slug is a badass game to play.
Metal
So, yeah.
Slug,
It is. It's pretty fun.
it's really silly and goofy and shit.
Okay,
Don't
Kalen,
like-
I have to say, Kalen, you sound like a blaxploitation Mickey Mouse. I don't think you can call anyone goofy.
Okay, you know what? Fuck all of you. How about?
Oh my god, Rob. Brilliant.
I
So
will have to
anyways,
say, though, I will have to say Metal Slug 3 is a lot tougher, in my opinion, than Metal Slug X.
well, yeah, they had to take a lot of
Oh
stuff
wait,
out.
hold on, wait. And why is like Jose Riviera over here saying I sound like Mickey Mouse? You do too, motherfucker.
No one. Kalen, so I have a deep voice, partner.
No, you don't. Like, you sound like a Hispanic
Deep
Mickey Mouse.
family, and women start getting wet in their pants just hearing me talk, partner.
Would you do that?
Combination of beach and step.
No, I'm trying to be like a Hispanic drunk John Wayne.
Yeah. No, when you say that, Rob, you sound like Sped Up Beach.
Oh my god, the funny, remember when I took Beach's, like when I took one of Beach's videos and sped it up by like 300% and he sounded normal?
No.
That was great.
Somebody's just doing an entire chat.
Like an aside with the Beach thing, it's really funny because I talked to Beach about this, and like Beach at one point messaged me, he's like, dude, fuck you, and I'm like, what? And he's like, every time I make a video now or talk, like, I start talking like in your impression of me. So the funny thing is, like, you know how like All in the Watchtower, how Jimi Hendrix didn't write it,
Yeah.
and fuck, who did the actual song, the first version of it? I'm blanking.
I don't know.
Well, whoever did it, like the actual like first version of it, like he never did his original version of it. Whenever he played it, he did Jimi Hendrix's version. From then on, Jimi Hendrix's version is better. So basically, I'm a better Beach than Beach.
So anyways, back to my list.
That's my list.
So
Last.
this one will please fucking Kalen's Batman Arkham City. So there you go, Kalen's. You got your fucking modern AAA game. Are you happy?
I'm just saying. I mean, you play games that are like. I mean, I thought they were cool, but like most people, under the age of like 20 won't fuck that. 24 won't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, fuck them. They're gonna inherit a shitty fucking planet that is doomed for extinction. Like, their opinions don't matter. The future is dead.
This has gone so off topic.
It has. So yeah, Arkham City, what can I say about it? It's fucking, you go around as Batman and just beat up people. It's the best thing ever. And the story is really great. It's gripping at times. I don't like how Batman looks like an overinflated balloon. But like the other character models are pretty decent. Like Catwoman's dead eyes really creep me out too. She's got some real like fish eyes in that game. It's so weird.
I just have this image of like a dead fish in a Catwoman mask or something.
So you know what? Now I'm scared to say my number one. Because I know Kalis is just going to be like,
what's your number one?
Get in this century, Grandpa.
What's your number one, Grandpa?
Super Mario Brothers. No! It's a classic! It's a classic fucking game.
Why are you racist?
Hey, you're the one who called me a blaxploitation Mickey Mouse. Shut the fuck up.
Well,
That's not racist. Okay, firstly, blaxploitation. Hold on. Firstly, let me say, a lot of blaxploitation movies are really great, which Quentin Tarantino knows, and he's made a lot of movies about them. And they've been very popular, I might add.
Well, he's made one movie.
One's a lot. Okay, now here's to be the joke where Fringe would be like, oh my god, this is perfect. Well, when we're talking about African American culture and white culture, one is a lot, and that's a sad thing. And you're laughing because it's true, isn't it? It's true. Like, white people are, like, seriously, you get, like, white people talking about, African Americans and anything, and they're like, oh, well, there's one in there, that's like 2 months. If you put 2 in there, that'd just be ridiculous. Like, oh my god, like, you just, we already have an Italian in there. Is that enough ethnic diversity?
And that Italian his skin is dark. That's good enough, right?
Yeah, exactly.
His grandmother was raped by the Moors. He's got some.
He's got a tan. He's got a tan. He's fine.
So, anyways, I have no fucking clue how to segue this into my worst list, so here...
Well, we did talk about Italy, which is the worst country in Europe. So there we go. That's a segue. Bam.
Alright, well...
So, right off on the worst list, we start off with a cheat.
What's a cheat? What's your cheat, Matt?
My cheat is, like, I kind of... Like, anybody remember the old Screw Attack Top 10s, where they wouldn't do ties and they did one per franchise?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I tried to follow those rules when making this list, but I have 2 cheats on here. This is the first of them. Balloon Fight and Ice Climber.
Like, 2 games, people will be like, the fuck? Are those, like, things that happen, or, like, are they games? Like... No.
Ice Climbers in Super Smash Brothers. Kalen's. People know Ice Climber. Unfortunately, they know it.
Ice Climbers is so awful. Why were they in Smash Brothers?
I know. It's like
oh my god.
Mach Rider would have been a better fucking character for Smash Brothers. It's like, hey, he's a motorcycle dude. There you go. But like, yeah, the reason I did this tie is because these games both exemplify the same problem, and that is the pre-Super Mario Brothers platformer with Nintendo. Like, they all suck except for pretty much Donkey Kong and the Popeye game they did.
That is true.
Which was basically Donkey Kong. But yeah, like, Balloon Fight is just very boring and repetitive, and it's just a ripoff of another arcade platformer, Joust, and not a very good ripoff at that. Like, if you're gonna have fucking hazards, at least have the hazards affect the fucking enemies. That annoys me that the lightning bolts don't affect the enemies. And then with Ice Climber, it's got really fucking horrible controls and really horrible hit detection.
And they're 2 weird, creepy twins.
Yeah, well, you always see the pink 1 and 2 player, so.
What does that tell you?
I don't know. And also, I know the NES had a very limited color palette, but you couldn't make the fucking carrots orange or some other color than brown. They look like turds. Who's gonna eat a turd carrot? No.
At least we're talking about the actual game and what's going on instead of like some random off-topic shit like we've been doing. So yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing it off topic, Kalen's.
I'm just saying, like, turd carrots is pretty much what we're talking about, but at least it's actually a part of the game discussion.
So, anyways, Number 9, Cybernoid. And the only reason this is so low is because I haven't played this enough to truly develop a true hatred for it. I'm going to hate this in time. Don't get me wrong. This might become...
how much did he play it?
He's going to. I know he's going to.
Oh, want to know
as
what
soon as I fucking...
This traitor in the room, Surian, did?
Oh.
You know what he did? He told Coughlin about Final Fantasy VIII.
And Final Fantasy X?
Well, this
If I had a bag of silver, I'd be shaking it right now.
Well,
oh yeah, by the way,
it's silver because I don't know anything clever there. Let's pretend I said something clever.
Sammy just hopped in, and he's we're on my worst list now. Where do you think Tower Toppler will fall, Sammy?
Did he say it was like 5 or 6?
Well, you have to guess. Kaylin's already has 5. So you want 6?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so first up was Darth with 8, and he was incorrect. 8 is actually Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
What the fuck are these?
Oh God, that game is awful.
It is, and it's like, it's the fucking, the one fucking song in it. It's fucking horrible. It has very floaty fucking controls. It has bullshit deaths, and worst of fucking all, randomness is a key game mechanic.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about right now. You're like Alex, and I'm like,
okay, like I should rip your gamer card up, Kalins, if you don't know what the fuck Alex Kidd is.
I don't know what it is.
There
okay.
You go.
Well, Sammy, I can understand because he's a pup.
He's a pup.
Alex Kidd was one of Sega's mascots before Sonic, right? And that's pretty much it. And like as soon as Sonic came out, they dumped his ass to the fucking curb because he sucks. The end.
He sucks, so we kicked him the fuck out.
So
End of.
What were we at? 7. 7 was Rob, and Rob, you are also incorrect. 7 is actually Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. I fucking really hate this game, and it's more for nostalgic reasons because when I first got Super Mario All-Stars, I was so excited when I was like, oh my god, the Lost Levels, there's more fucking Super Mario I've never played, holy fucking shit! This is gonna be awesome! And then you play it, and it's horrible. The level design is fucking shit. Like, I do like the introduction of the D power-up.
So, yeah.
So that was like a good addition. That was something they should have carried through to other games, but...
This is a very Mario-heavy video.
Hey, fuck you! Mario is awesome.
Well, I'm not saying Mario's not awesome, but
you're like, this is very Mario-heavy.
It is Mario-heavy.
So next up, Sammy, you had 6. You're wrong, too. 6 is Metal Slug 5.
Go ahead.
That was the Metal Slug where they were like, oh yeah, let's make it like kind of post-apocalyptic, realistic kind of, and it was, I'll say this, Metal Slug 5 is such a boring game, it makes a sequence where you fight fucking missiles with a Jeep, and then you fight fucking Space God.
Okay, you didn't like Space God, really?
Space God was fucking cool, but like, it was at the end of a shitty game. That's like, you know, that's like eating a foot-long fucking turd, and then the last little bit is like a chocolate truffle.
I mean, yeah. Space God, at least they told you who Space God was. Like, he was the leader of the army that attacked.
That's retarded, though. And also, Kaylin, speaking of which, retarded, your pick was retarded, because 5 is actually the second of my cheats.
Okay, what was that?
5 is Super Mario 64. And I will defend this because, in my opinion, the 3D Marios are a different franchise.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, here's the thing.
Alright.
The 3D Mario games are not really that fucking good when compared to 2D Mario. Because, like, 2D Mario, yeah, he's not as fast as fucking Sonic or anything, but he's quick. He's relatively quick for a little fat, pudgy dude.
I would argue that could be due to partially to nostalgia.
You have complete control over his jumps. In the 3D Mario games, he's this slow, trodden fuck who can barely fucking jump a foot. He's just, it's really fucking crappy.
And the camera angles suck.
It might have been done to like mechanical differences though, you know.
Quick question. Matt, where do you put the Mario vs. Donkey Kong arcade game? Is it in the original franchise or is it something of its own?
Well, that's like, I don't know. You're asking me that, Sammy. I'm
It's
not.
like, Sammy, there's this thing called Google.
I'm just asking Matt because he's saying that the 3D Marios aren't canonical to the NES, Super NES Mario games.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong is a different franchise. It's Donkey Kong, Sammy.
Well, you said Mario, the video game where you have Donkey Kong throwing barrels.
Yeah, those are a different series. It's the Mario versus Donkey Kong series. That's not why it's like Super Mario Brothers 4 Mario versus Donkey Kong.
All right. Now I know.
I love this.
I'm sorry, Sammy. Kalen's has just been a real fucking ass, and he's worked me up.
I'm just saying, it's a Mario. I'm just saying, this is a Mario heavy episode.
So that's the well, you know what? You'll be fucking happy because there's no more Mario.
Thank fuck.
But fuck you. I have a question. You're just doing this because one, I'm white and you hate me because of my skin color. And two, this is payback for what I did in the Michael Tackett video.
You're damn straight it is.
Which, by the way, you will never upload because you're a coward.
I am gonna fucking upload it today.
No, you're a coward. You're scared of Michael Tackett. Everybody knows this.
To be fair, Napalm, it's kind of unfair that you have so many Mario games in both lists.
How? How's fucking unfair, Darth?
You're saying that you follow the Screw Attack rules, and they only do a whole they do a whole subsection of the games. They don't pick out one.
Fuck you. Screw Attack would have a list with Mario Kart and fucking a Mario game in it. Those are two different franchises. Now, what? Okay, so then when I said jokingly Mega Man X was part of the Mega Man franchise, I was right then. Thank you, Darth.
Alright, Mario's kind of a classic franchise though, so I mean...
Can we just get off the list, please?
Also, nostalgia. You are rating these by nostalgia.
Yeah, I agree. There we go. Ha! That's what I said.
Okay. What? How can I rate Alex Kidd, Cybernoid, and there's a couple in here.
Mario: The Lost Levels. You even said most of the hate is based on nostalgia.
Yeah, a lot of the hate's based on nostalgia, and that's why it's low on the list, Mr. fucking Darth. You're just upset because you didn't properly correct where Tower Toppler 4, which, by the way, is number 4, Segway. So yeah, Tower Toppler. Fucking dreadfully goddamn fucking awful. I have nothing left to say about it, but if anybody here has any thoughts, I'm keen to hear them.
I was close to putting it on your list. I said 5, I think. I thought it was number 5, but apparently not.
Yeah, you're the close.
I have one thing to say about Tower Toppler. You need to learn how to play it.
Fuck, I do know how to play.
Obviously you don't.
Matt,
you've seen Have you seen me go through level 1 now? I
Matt.
did it in one go.
Yeah,
Fuck
because you
I know how
memorize
to
it.
play.
You're not good at it.
Matt,
Any sim can memorize a task.
exactly, Matt, do you just walk into the water? Is that what's going on, bro? You just fall off the tower and into the water.
Who here has played this game? And for real?
I have. I got to level 5.
Ha! You are incompetent, Matt. Ha ha!
And
Well,
that's the second try.
Well, fuck Darth. He's a creepy loner.
Who knows how to play Tower Top then?
Exactly. Darth, like, this is probably the first steps in Darth becoming a serial killer.
What? Playing Tower Topper is the first step to becoming a serial killer, apparently. Wait, Big Lundy has played all of Tower Topper. He's beaten it.
Yeah, and we all know what Big Lundy likes to do to the little girls. That fucking monster.
I like Big Lundy.
He's a man in a monster. He's a monster in a man suit.
I like Big Lundy.
So anyways, now, number 3, this is a little bit of nostalgia here.
What?
Cheating. Cheating.
A little bit.
You're cheating
Because,
again?
here's the thing. Nobody can argue with me that this is a good game. Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter was a shit game.
Clay Fighter is it's probably one of, if not the worst of the Street Fighter clones to come out of the 2D fighting craze of the 90s.
It was so creepy, too.
Like, it's slow. The combos make no fucking sense. There's no fucking character balance whatsoever.
You can beat the entire level just by a jump kick, I think. What was that kick you were doing? You were just kicking everybody the entire time.
I don't even remember. I just picked, like, one of the big characters who I was like, okay, this guy's probably got some big reach. Also, the hit boxes are fucking weird. So yeah, this is probably one of the worst fighting games, if not the worst I've ever played.
Matt, play Clay Fighter 2.
I have, and it's horrible too. I really want to get a Nintendo 64 so I can play Clay Fighter 64, the racist one.
Wait, can't you just get an emulator for it? Come on, get an emulator.
Come on, man.
N64 games are hard to emulate.
Alright, because I really want to see it.
Yeah, for real. There is no version, like, there's no of the Resident Evil 2 ROM for N64 emulator. None of them work. They're all like weird and shitty.
Yeah, they actually tried to, and this is off topic. They actually tried to bring Resident Evil 2 for N64 onto the Virtual Console, but Capcom couldn't even figure it out.
Serious?
Yeah, they were like, we can't even figure out how to run. That's why, if you look at the Virtual Console library with the N64, there's very games. Because really, only Nintendo knows how to work around the shitty coding that went into the N64. Like, see, that's why I don't feel sympathy for Nintendo anymore. Because it's like, you know what? You guys deserve it. You really do. You deserve where you are at. You fucked up back then, and you fucked up now. You deserve to be in the gutters. Anyways.
Alright.
Number 2, Choin Anki. I don't fucking know how to pronounce it. The horrifying one, not the well, they're both 2D. The one with the fucking photorealistic graphics.
This is such a, professional and well-done video. I just want to say that.
Fuck you, this is an edible napalm video. What do you expect for me to be like, hey everybody, we're gonna do my top 10. Here's some video clips and some sound effects. Whoopie whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah. There's an effort into it, asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this is going on shitty YouTube, so I don't fucking care at all. So yeah, Choin Anki. This is probably the only game on the list that actually made me.
Can I at least insert, a small video clip?
Like the fucking
about?
dude with the fucking robotic womb and the man dick.
Okay,
I had nightmares about that.
Okay, wait, Matt, can I at least insert like a video clip of each game we talk about?
You can. I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, I'll fucking do it and then give it to you, and that way it'll look a little bit professional instead of us just like fucking around on Skype going, I hate Clay Fighter 2! Or what the fuck up is that? I mean,
I think it would be funny if you used clips that aren't from games I talk about. No, you know what's funnier? If you just fill it with clips from like modern games. Like Call of Duty and shit like that.
Rob likes Call of Duty, actually.
So yeah, fucking Choi Anki, and not only is it a fucking horrifyingly terrifying game, it's not that fucking, it's horrible. Like, at least in the original, that one is playable. But like, your fucking sprites in the PlayStation version, you're fucking as big as a semi-truck, you can't dodge shit, and one hit kills you. And there's barely any continues.
That sounds in no way fun or interesting. What the fuck?
It's not. I mean, it's interesting on like a curiosity level, like, oh, this is weird. Sorry, I was finishing up a cigarette. That's why there was that weird pause there. But yeah, like, if you're gonna get a Choi Anki, get the first one, because that one's at least playable, and it's still weird, but it's not, like, grotesquely weird like this one. So, we're at number 1. I want to know, what do you guys think it will be?
Think of what?
What do you guys think number 1 will be?
I think your number 1 will be, out of all the games you played?
Yes.
Well, I honestly would have thought it would have been Mario Kart 64.
That's a weird choice, but okay.
Because of the blue shell.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I say, though. Like, Mario Kart does have a lot good going for it.
Well, my guess would have been that, or it would have been Choi Anki or whatever. Specifically because I know all the wet dreams it's given you.
Oh, fuck you.
I thought it would have been Choi Anki too. But then Choi Anki kind of reminds me of what Kuros would be if he were a video game. It's like this weird, grotesque adventure.
Ew.
I thought Super Mario: The Lost Levels would have been it because from what I remember, you pretty much fucking despise that game in the videos I saw.
Is it another Mario game, Matt? Is that what's going on? Like, oh, I hate Mario Ghost.
Is it nostalgia based?
Nope, it's a newer game. I'll even go out. It's a WiiWare game.
Oh god, more Wii games. Like, what is it then, Matt?
Nicky Rock and Ball.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. I really don't.
Exactly. This is one of the worst piece of shit fucking games I've ever played. And I'm not joking. When I played it for High Class Gaming, that was literally the second time I ever played it. I downloaded it, and then I played it once, and I was like, this is fucking horrible. And then I forgot about it. Then I started doing these again, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let me fucking play that horrible game again, because then at least I'll get my money's worth if I make a video. And it's worse than I remember. It's like horrible Wiimote controls, bad fucking graphics, really bad, awful fucking public domain crap fucking put you to fucking sleep dentist music. Fucking just ugly. It's just awful. It's fucking, this is the worst fucking thing I've played, honestly. And like, now I am terrified. Because now Coughlin will fucking know this. And now I will stop being Tower Toppler and fucking Cybernoid. And now I'll be Nicky Rock and Ball.
What the hell is that? What is that game? It's like, you've got games that sound like sentences or like phrases to the actual video game.
Okay, Nicky ball and rock, you're basically a little ball. And your home's been invaded by the evil squiggly fucking things, and you can grab a thing and you turn into a rock and you gotta kill all the squibbly things and collect gems, and then you get out into a maze. It's basically kind of a puzzle platformer, but it's fucking shit. It's so much shit. And you know what the funny thing is about this game is? That this was the apology game. Because I talked about this in my video I did. The company that made this, they made one of the more expensive WiiWare games that was priced at like $15, and it's one of the I want to download it just because of how fucking bad it is. But it's like, it was one of the worst fucking games ever, and people complained about it. They wrote letters to the company. They demanded their money back and shit. And Nintendo actually stepped in and was like, you can no longer choose your fucking pricing on games. So this game was basically like their apology of like, hey, we can make good games. And it's like, no, you fucking can't. You can only make shit, horrible fucking shit games for fucking twats. To borrow a fucking phrase from Yahtzee.
This has been an awesome video.
It has. So yeah, that's the end. So.
Alright, I'm Calence, not Calence, because
You're
apparently
Calence.
it's Calence. It's not Calence. Fuck all of you and fuck Skep, because Skep is the one who came up with it.
You want to fuck Skep?
Yes, I want to fuck Skep, and I want to fuck you too, Sammy.
So wait,
up.
you want Skep instead of eating clam chowder, to eat man chowder?
Fringe and Skep. We need to do. I want to do a fan fiction about.
I remember there's going to be a sequel to War and Beef called Skeptical Heretic and Fringe Elements in Das Budge.
Ew.
Fringe looked into Skep's eye, and he could only blush. It will be amazing. And Sammy can read it out for everybody.
No. That's Liam's job.
Wait, Matt, is there something else you wanted to say before we go?
Not really. But yeah, that's my list. So I wonder what the next 100 will fucking bring.
This has been like the worst review. Just us going off into like tangents and shit.
Well, I blame my co-host. I think next.
You know you
Again,
love
what?
it.
But Halens, what else does my audience expect? Okay, come on, let's be honest. They'll lap this shit up like every other half-assed fucking video I make. And on that note, good night, folks.